Today is a great day, and here we are again, Jolene. Our fourth episode. Can you believe this? We are here today, end of December of this crazy year, wasn't it? Dynamic. And we've decided to do this episode called Ask Us Anything. So it's a wild show, deep, funny comedy, sad and happy, I hope. So we're very, very, very happy for all our listeners to join us today. Whether you're in a car, driving to work, whether you're on a couch enjoying your vacation over December, we are so thankful for you today, joining us today. We also thought today, listen, let's reflect a bit on how this year has worked out for us. We had 2 great episodes earlier this year where we got to reflect. We've learned about, do you remember, Johan? His amazing race in a desert, right?
Unforgettable.
Absolutely. Where he said, listen, once you get halfway through it, finish your damn race.
Yeah.
Then also we had Keegan that talked about, fitness in an entire spectrum.
Who hasn't changed, by the way. He still kills me like twice a week, but anyway.
Free will, your choice, Jolene, but well done, proud of you. Where we had talks about the meaning behind fitness and also victim mentality, which for me was quite an eye-opener.
Yeah.
But without further ado, how are you feeling today, Jolene?
This is one of my favorite things, right, is the podcasting. And I think, talking about or reflecting and how we just happen to do this. I mean, we've been talking about it for so many years. And then all of a sudden we got like, oh, you can do it like this way. And we're just like, let's just book it and do it. And here we are on our 4th and final episode. And, we're approaching the end of the year. And to your point, there's a lot of reflection that I have been doing. And I think, there's still a little bit more before we close the end. And I think there's no better way than to end with a, Ask Me Anything podcast. Because I also think, we preach about being unconventional and we preach about, wearing our hearts on our sleeves and all of that. And I think, we're going to give the good, the bad and the ugly. We're not going to, we're not going to candy
Lock, stock,
coat.
and 2 smoking barrels?
Yes, because this year has been full of many, many, many things. And, there's been ups and downs, and that's what life is all about. And often we see only the positive on social media. But actually, we've been through it this year. We have. But the good thing is we've learned so much about it. And I think this is why it's going to be so fun to do this Ask Us Anything. And, for the audience, we reached out to people to get their questions. And some of them we've seen. Someone collated the questions for us. And they've given us visibility into some. But some of the questions that we're going to answer today are completely on the fly. So, maybe not from Charles' point of view, but maybe from my side, there may be just a PG rating. So don't let your kids listen because there may be 1 or 2 F-bombs. But I'm excited, Charles.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about today and 2026 for that matter.
So great to actually have that energy in this room. I can feel it. I think we also want to again thank our subscribers. And if this podcast is for you, or if you find any relevance in your life story, please subscribe. We're on Spotify, YouTube, a small podcast, but I think we tell things unscripted and raw. And you get a glimpse inside our brains and our hearts, I think.
Yeah.
So I think, Jolene, let's get this party starting.
Let's get it started.
I think you have some questions. So
I do have some questions. So shall I kick off with your first question?
I'm as ready as can be.
Amazing. And I think, Charles, if one person can learn from this, I think, it's a win for us. So let's start off with a question. Your WhatsApp status says 2020 Thrive, which you put on at the beginning of 2025. What are your thoughts on what your motto is going to be for 2026?
I love being stalked. No, I don't like that very much, but
you really do.
My gosh, that's a great question, actually. See, totally left angle. I think for me, the year was all about how do I simplify the year 2025? Mm-hmm. I'm a numbers guy, so it's the end of a quarter of this millennium. Put that into perspective, right? Yeah. 25 years we've been living in this millennium.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I think the year for me was more about how to complement my life, not simplify it. So I think hopefully in 2026, I'll change it maybe to 2020C. Let's see what happens.
Very creative. Very creative.
Is it now my turn to ask you your question?
Let's go. Let's tag team it.
So, high five.
Hit me with it.
First question. Let me just get it here. Oh, similar kind of theme. How did your lens, Jolene, of the world change from the beginning to the end of 2025? But maybe something more like perceptions that changed perhaps drastically, maybe a newfound outlook, or maybe some new approaches. Can you share some of those?
So I don't think there was anything new that came into 2025. But what I do think is that there were a lot of things that were amplified for me in my life. So the one thing is letting go of what no longer serves you, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a career, whether it's someone telling you you're not good enough. It's like, let go of it. If you are not letting go of those things and you're holding on to it, you are doing detriment to yourself. So the one is like letting go. And the other one is faith. So I found my faith was extremely amplified this year because I was taking a lot of risks and jumping into the unknown, which I know is going to be a huge benefit because we all know from previous podcasts and what everything like always tells us, the growth happens when you're uncomfortable. And I've thrown myself into that. And, I've seen the growth within myself. I've had to have a lot of faith. And the trajectory is only one way up, but it's immediately taking that jump and be like, Lord, look after me. So nothing new, just amplified.
And that really makes my heart jump. I mean, I'm super glad to hear that, Jolene. Honestly, from a deep, deep side of my heart, I'm very happy to have been kind of on the sideline and supporting wherever I could in your journey. Yeah. And I'm looking so forward to, again, next year, where I think we don't break down our lives into years, per se.
No.
And nowadays we live day by day because we have to have that faith.
Yeah.
We have that hope and believe that the right thing will be attracted to you.
Yeah.
Again, good vibrations. So we'll
I
make
agree.
it happen. Yeah.
I agree.
That's a great answer. I love it.
And life is never going to be rainbows and butterflies, right? So you're going to have all of these things, these ups and downs, and embrace the wins, learn in the downs, and just don't let anything hold you back. If you're holding on to not forgiving someone or, oh my gosh, this happened to me, and you're holding on to that and you're not letting it go, you are not doing yourself any favors. It's hard to let go. Trust me, it's hard to let go, but you can find it within yourself. So yes, definitely.
Fantastic answer. I love it. It's so raw, authentic, and so you. I love it.
Thank you. All right. So your next question. What triggers you and why?
Now I'm going to give away all my secrets, right?
That's okay.
So I think it's one thing, and it's the word must. If you give me an instruction...
This is why we get on so well, you and I.
Oh my gosh. It's not per se the instruction, but it's how it's being said to me. If you tell me I must do something, I know, it's a trigger point. I feel annoyed with it. I feel unhappy with the motivation from the person asking me to do that. So, I'm not done with that journey yet, to be quite frank. But I don't like the word must.
So triggers are never really about the other person. Triggers are because of what's happening in our lives or maybe sitting in our subconscious. Why do you think, is there a defining moment in your life where you have now come to realize this is why it triggers me? Or are you still on that journey?
Great question. I think it's, I know it's a trigger, so I don't always show that it annoys me, but I think also I need to accept that whoever, in any conversation, whether it's a work colleague or the boss or shop assistant, right, tells me I must stand in the queue or must do X, Y, Z by that time, it's because I know I can do it. So I don't need somebody to to make sure I do what I have to do, right? So it's a bit of I think about an issue with authority, perhaps. So I know that.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that, but that for me definitely is a trigger point.
Okay.
Oh, being vulnerable.
Huh?
I'm being very, very vulnerable.
It's perfect. This is where the growth happens.
Absolutely.
This is where you thrive in 2025.
On that, so this next question from our audience also to you
Yes.
is again very similar. Jolene, what did you engineer into or out of your life journey this year?
So the one thing I really had to work on this year was not taking things personally. And if I have to expand on that, so I am a big advocate of the book, The Four Agreements. And one of the agreements is that you should never take anything personally, whether positive or negative. And I believe you should never take it personally. But I've never looked at it from the positive side, because what the book says is that it's always a reflection of somebody else. So whatever somebody else is telling you, it's a reflection on themselves. So never take it personally. So I'm not there yet, but when I hear certain things or people are telling me certain things that I don't like, or when someone is saying something really amazing or someone is saying something really horrible, I try and keep it as neutral as possible. Because if you take that to heart, and I have the mind where things will then grow legs, and I'm kind of the one thing I've done this year is not take that to heart. So it's like, okay, that's your view, your opinion, thank you very much, but actually, maybe there's something in there, I'll take it on board. Actually, I don't agree with what you're saying, I reject that statement completely. So it's kind of, I'm kind of on that journey this year, because people say a lot and do a lot, and if you take that all to heart, you're on a one-way spiral. So
It makes sense. It's almost like, what advice do you trust and why?
Yeah.
What is the source of that advice, right?
Exactly.
And I think sometimes we don't want to hear all the advice sometimes, and therefore, yes, it might sound arrogant, I think, to some degree, where you reject certain views and opinions, but that view comes from a place where you know that individual or source.
Yeah.
So there's history behind that that influences why you would accept or reject that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and to your point on the advice, and you'll remember I told you one day I don't want your advice. You remember I was quite like, and you were like, and I was like, Charlotte, I don't want your advice. And my mental coach has actually said to me, she's like, you should not be giving advice to people, and people should not be giving you advice, because the answer sits within you. Mm-hmm. All you're doing is now you're going to like rethink all of that. You know what you need to do. Like, if you really want the advice, yes, but make it clear you don't have to take that person's advice. But the answer sits within you, and you need to do what you feel is right for you.
Yes.
Not what everybody else thinks. They might be able to give you tidbits and whatever, but I was at a point where I was like, Charles, I do not need advice. And you were like, oh, I remember.
But it's good. It's good.
So,
because we all know that answer. So I think it's a matter of...
listen to that.
Man, that's heart influences the brain. We know EQ, right? There's a direct kind of link between these two organs.
Yeah, yeah.
So I suppose there's a next question for me from our audience.
It is.
Oh,
I like this.
This hot seat, man.
I feel like I wish the audience knew. Like, it's actually quite nerve-wracking to kind of be like, oh, what is the next question going to be? What advice do you have for someone who's had a really shit 2025?
It's very normal. I think you're not the only one. I think 7.5 billion people in this world today had a shit year. Mm-hmm. So we're not alone. I feel we have to understand our own context.
Yeah.
They always say that if the entire world could download or offload their problems right there in a corner on this heap, you just get rid of this damn problem. And then you walk back, and you have the opportunity to go and walk back and choose another problem. It's very likely you'll choose your own issue again, right?
Yeah.
Because you are aware of that, essentially. So yes, I have empathy and compassion, and I understand that we all have our own journeys. But I think in the bigger scheme of things, you have to really understand, is it an issue or an opportunity?
Yeah.
And I'm not playing it lightly. I mean, it could be anything for anybody. It could be losing a job,
Yeah.
a family member, depression, anxiety. You could give it any label,
Yeah.
right? But I think you're not alone. So I think the advice is to try to give it a name or label. If you can't, then talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Even this podcast, right, as an example of how you unlock a subject, how you really get to unpack certain kind of feelings or emotions. Or just by talking about something gives you clarity. It's an outlet, right?
Yeah.
So I really hope if you had a shit year this year, that next year will be super amazing.
And I couldn't agree more. I think the one thing is mindset for sure. It's you're never going to have a smooth sailing year. Never. Like there's always going to be something that comes up. And if you can shift your mindset into finding the positive in it, like what am I learning through this? You are already on a positive trajectory. And I think that's really amazing. And I think this is what's so nice about talking about these things, like you said, because there's power in listening to other people's stories. And
Yes.
you're like, flip, man, I'm not the only one, because everyone is like sitting like, oh man, my year was so shit. But no one's actually but a lot of people are going through a lot of things, and there's power in that, I think.
Sure, and also earlier this year, I listened to a podcast also where it's kind of okay to be in the moment, to be a bit more present.
Yeah.
So if you are having a good day today, be in the present moment and really enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
If you're going through a very bad feeling at the moment, sit there, cry, or read a book, whatever, or just sit there with nothing in front of you
Yeah.
and just really actually experience that feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way it will pass.
Yeah. And also remember, your brain is designed. Your amygdala that sits here in your brain, which is your fear center. So when you start thinking about something, your brain is automatically going to start scanning for all the negative and how we're going to fight against that. There are tools and techniques to learn to get you out of that mindset, because believe you me, you can go down that rabbit hole
Absolutely.
faster than Lando Norris. And yes, I've become a Lando Norris fan.
Go McLaren!
Go McLaren. So, kind of
We're going to have an haters right now.
just bear in mind, your brain does that sometimes. It's not you. Everybody goes through it. It's perfectly normal, like you say. So, yes, that's my...
It's true. And I also want to encourage people to also go back to our previous podcasts.
Yeah.
Where we talk about these things, right? Where a normal story to an ordinary individual can open up your own kind of heart and soul, right? In a moment where you unpack that, where, to your point earlier on, where you see the hope and faith in future, but right now I'm feeling so, and I'm going to accept or I'm not going to accept this feeling.
Yeah.
And it's pretty damn okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good question, I think.
It is a good question. What's next?
Let's see.
Hit me with it.
This one. This is a question from me to you.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Curveball. Jolene, what would you tell your 12-year-old Jolene? That young, golden locks hair
Strawberry
girl.
blonde
Strawberry
hair,
blonde,
the big teeth. I would tell my 12-year-old self that you are going to go on the journey of your life. You are going to have the most amazing adventure. You're going to experience things and be so blessed that you get to experience these things, because not many people do. Life is never going to be perfect. There are going to be ups and downs along the way. But sister, you are going to be fucking fantastic and amazing. Don't stress so much. Enjoy it. That's what I would tell my 12-year-old self.
Fantastic.
For sure.
It is. It's almost like a little preparation for the journey that's ahead.
Yeah.
And you don't want to know the exact route to take. So it needs to be an adventure, right?
It needs to be. And, I think I've been very blessed where I've had a mom who's always taught me, if you want something, do it. And if you think you can't, that's not the final answer. Just keep going. And, when I set my mind to doing something, Charles,
yes.
I do it, right?
Unbeatable.
It might take me 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. Man, life has been a wonderful journey, I must say. And I'm looking forward to what's still around the corner.
It's a good answer. It's quite dramatic, but true.
But it is. Like,
It is, yeah.
That's why I won best drama in school, man. Okay, so now another question for you. It's maybe more of a fun one. So if your life had a soundtrack, what would the title of the first track be?
That's interesting. The funky late bloomer.
Is that a song? No, sorry, I don't know.
No, well, it sounds like a song.
You're making
Yeah,
okay,
exactly,
okay,
yeah.
sorry, yes. Okay, carry on.
So think about that song, The Beach Boys, Good Vibrations. I
Oh,
don't
yeah?
know. It's what pops up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a funky late bloomer.
Okay.
So maybe we should get some artists or a rock band next time to help us, do this without any AI songs, like real natural artists. But I think I see myself as a late bloomer and a very cool, awesome one.
Very good. Okay, so we'll in our next podcast we'll debut your first single of your live soundtrack.
Why not?
Why the hell not?
Jolene, question. If you could borrow one feeling or one experience from your life as your secret well-being tool, what could that be and why?
I don't know if it's a feeling, but the one thing that I know is that I am probably one of the most resilient people that I've ever met. Like, I know it was off, but I was like, I am extremely resilient. And if I had to button it down to something, I kind of always remain positive. So I kind of always think about exactly what I've been talking about. So I've been like, okay, so this has happened. What am I learning from it? Where do I actually see myself in a couple of years? And, I'm very much an observer, and I take in a lot about what's going on around my life. And then I'll be like, okay, so someone has been in this situation. How did that turn out?
Yeah.
Oh, like, actually, it turned out okay. How did that? Oh, that actually turned out okay. Nothing lasts forever, right? Nothing lasts forever.
Joy,
And
happiness, sadness,
I remain
excitement. Yeah.
Exactly. And I remain positive throughout. And I'm not always like, oh my God, like, I'm so positive.
Yeah.
There's ups and downs. But I always remain positive, and I think that contributes to the resilience a huge amount.
It's true. But also, you're also very very good at discipline. If you look at your well-being, right?
Yeah.
So you intentionally go out to schedule fitness classes, right?
Yeah.
You are outdoors quite often, so you make sure that you actually have a routine that influences essentially that positivity, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's quite amazing. I mean, we all talk about this and we all preach it, whatever.
Yeah.
And New Year come and we have this. Here comes Monday, new me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then here comes Tuesday, and it's not happening. Where you actually showcase that quite clearly, where
Yeah.
you have evidence and a pattern and a routine
Yeah.
that is actually quite conventional, but it turns that into being unconventionally positive.
Yeah. And I think the other thing is I love a challenge. Like, it's bizarrely strange how much I love a challenge.
It's quite bizarre.
Whether it's career, whether it's personal, whether it's whatever. Because I do believe that, when you win through a challenge, it's so much sweeter.
It is, yes.
There's that, and kind of that's what I aim for, because I'm like, okay, so this is the thing now. This is how we're going to get through it. But my goodness, when I get to the end, I'm going to be like, this is the feeling that I've wanted.
100%.
And when you look at things with a positive mindset and you're like, yes, I can tackle this, I can take it on, you can kind of get through any situation. You just need to really, really push, and you need to just focus on the end goal, because you'll get there. And man, it's so wonderful.
And may I report back, because at the end of the prior podcast, right, I got kind of squeezed into a challenge, right, with you and Keegan, right?
You did.
I did my high rocks class, people. I did.
Did you die?
Almost. But to your point, it takes every little fiber within you to finish that class.
But
as
when
well.
you finished?
Absolutely. What a challenge. I just feel so proud of yourself. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
And this is what makes a resilient person. Mindset, embracing the challenges,
Yes.
the difficult moments. you will get through anything. Don't dwell on the.
And I think also what we want to kind of land today is also, well, from my point of view, is that being the mindfulness right now in the moment.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Yeah.
We often tend to miss, living right now. We plan for now, but we don't live now. Or we hope to be somewhere in the future, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
How do you use what you have today? Your tools, your resources, your mindset, your support system, your friends around you to actually go that route and let go of the past. Because normally the fear is from, how do I let go of the past?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you have some inspiration.
Look at us. Look at us go. Look at us go. Okay. The next question. And I really like this question, actually. So, what's something you wish people understood about you without you having to explain it?
Interesting. Can we please repeat the question?
Sure. What is something you wish people understood about you without you having to explain it?
That my kindness and me being polite and a gentleman does not make me weak. That's it.
And it is, because immediately when people think you are kind, they think you are weak. And you shouldn't have to explain
Exactly.
that. Yeah, very good. This takes me back to our very first podcast.
It is.
What did Mike Tyson say?
The F-bomb.
Go back and look at podcast episode 1.
Exactly. Mavericks and Mimosas on Instagram. Please go to the
Yeah.
page.
Exactly.
So here's a question. I will try to reframe it a bit.
Sure.
It comes from somebody who had kids, right? And although we aren't parents, I think we want to reframe the question that we say that me and you both grew up in a very conservative kind of environment, and we're blessed for that. The upbringing with our technology and so forth, right? And here we are talking today about being unconventional and have different approaches to life in terms of mentoring or even coaching, right? Do you think there should be, and are there any other different approaches in terms of maybe the Gen Zs of today, right? Whether we are mentors in the workspace, to maybe adapt what we know as kids, right? And the way we were kind of, educated. Is there maybe a different way today to coach or mentor or parent, so to speak, Gen Zs? Because I think the question stems again that we have one leg in the 80s and the 90s, very old school. We have one leg in a new millennium, right? And
Yeah.
we talk about this kind of bridging the gap and changing of the lifestyles, behaviors, patterns.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think the question is more aimed at, should we change our approach while we want to, I guess, have a better world going forward with our new Gen Zs,
Yeah.
if it makes sense?
Yeah. I don't think we should change the approach completely. I do think we can learn from one another. For example, when we look at how Gen Z approach the working environment, they're kind of very strong in their views and they're strong in pushing like certain agendas, like, I want work-life balance. I want all of these things. Whereas millennials are like, well, I'll work till like 2 a.m. in the morning and,
Yes.
I'm just going to keep on going. So I think we can learn from one another in that aspect. And I don't have a lot of access to Gen Z, so I think I would be stood to be corrected if I had to say that. But I think, Gen Zs, all I can say to anyone, and if I had to say, I was younger, is embrace life. Never stop learning. You don't know everything. The minute you think you know everything is the minute that you kind of like done. always keep learning, keep evolving,
Yes.
keep focusing on yourself. And I know the Gen Z are like a lot more health conscious when it comes to like eating and gymming and all of that. Expand that into some of the other things that we've been talking about. Make sure mentally, emotionally, all of that you're okay. You know, always like lead with kindness and respect for everybody else. Not to say that that's not happening. This is kind of just my advice.
Yes,
and
yes.
just be a go-getter. Like if you want something, go and get it. You know, beyond that, it's kind of it's very difficult for me to say because I'm not that much into the Gen Z space. But if I think about where I was and, you know, advice that someone could have given me or mentored me is just when you do something, just do it like really, really well and try different things to really find your passion. So, you know, don't just be in a position and be like, oh, like I hate my job and I hate life, and you know,
Yes.
go out there, learn different things, meet new people, talk to people. Just talk to people. Like this is the one thing that's missing. Not on the phone. Get out and talk to people and really just understand what's going on in the world. And that's how you learn so much and become so worldly. And you just you know, you live a really good life when you do that. So that would be my only advice. I don't even know if it makes sense or not, but that's kind of what
It makes sense. I think that can also be broadened into the further scope of the world today,
Yeah.
where we are all global and with access
Yeah.
to people and culture through the workplace, through social media, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Where I think parents can also learn from the kids and vice versa.
Yeah.
A teacher can learn from the students
Exactly.
because we're all students of life.
Yeah.
It will never ever die
Yeah.
until your last breath, essentially.
Exactly.
So I think having those conversations, being open to rebellion versus peace,
Yeah.
it will close the gap, essentially.
Yeah.
So
also-
it's ever evolving, to your
It
point.
is. And travel. Like, you know, I was not in a fortunate position growing up because I was in a single parent household that I was able to travel. And, you know, when I moved to UAE, like, you know, I had traveled before, but it really expanded my view of what the world is actually about. And if I can encourage anyone to just travel and just see how different cultures, how different people are, so you have a better understanding of each other. And just, you know, the world is this massive place that you can just learn so much from. Just always have your mind open to learning and experiencing new things. And I kind of think that's what makes life whole in some way. Different foods, different cultures,
For
the way
sure.
people operate, the way people live. So,
It's true. I think you've also given me that quote this year earlier, where travel is the only thing you buy that really makes
That
you
makes
so
you
much
richer.
richer. So
It
true.
does. It
I mean, and even if you don't have all the money in the world, take that trip, plan it,
yeah,
make it happen.
yeah,
Take that vacation,
exactly.
go and see it, and then when you go,
Yeah.
switch off and enjoy the experience.
Yeah. Don't believe everything you see on social media.
No.
You do not have to travel first class every single time. It's people who are trying to portray the best of the world. Take an economy. Go and see like places. You can go to countries where it's more affordable until you get to the point where you can. But just really do it and do it for you, not for anybody else. And
100%.
do what you want to do, what makes you happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you think we should switch our gears to our next session, or
Okay, so the next session is more of a fun session. And I really enjoy playing this game because it really gives you insight into like people's minds. So it's like, would you rather? So you give two scenarios of like, would you rather eat a burger or pizza for the rest of your life? And then you kind of get to know the person a little bit better. So
gosh, so we are doing this rapid fire session.
rapid fire, we are learning about each other. So I have gotten some questions for you because, yes. So, would you rather your phone never charge past 20% or your Wi-Fi goes out every 20 minutes? Bearing in mind that they say if you want to see a person's true colors, give them technology that fails. So, phone that never charges past 20% or your Wi-Fi goes out every 10 minutes? Don't overthink it.
I think the Wi-Fi goes out every 10 minutes. Then at least I got a plan for it.
Exactly.
Your turn. Jolene, would you rather always know the right answer for yourself or always know the right advice for other people?
well, if I go back to my earlier statements, I'd always know the right answer for myself because everybody will know their own advice.
It's true. It's almost like when you're in an airplane, you know? Your own oxygen first, I suppose.
Yeah, and then everybody
But selfish,
else.
but okay.
And then everybody else. Okay. I'm going to ask you this one because maybe I'll need it one day. So, would you rather report a friend for doing something illegal or stay silent and risk being dragged into the consequences?
Gosh. There goes my integrity flag, but I would rather maybe stay silent.
Yes! Now I know where I need to go to.
I guess also it depends on who that friend really is, right?
Exactly.
But it's would you rather is one or the other, right?
Yeah. One or the other.
See, I'm human.
You'll save me.
I think this is such a great one for you.
Okay. Tell me.
Would you rather have unlimited energy or unlimited patience?
So bizarre because I do have a lot of energy and I have very little patience. So I'd actually have unlimited energy.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of don't have patience anyway.
That's why I was quite surprised by your answer.
Okay. Then I have one for you. Would you rather me tell the entire audience, everyone that's listening, your deepest, darkest secret, or would you read a letter from your mom?
A letter from my mommy.
Good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's a letter from your mom.
It's of God.
Of course it is.
Right now, on the spot?
On the spot.
Yeah, come on, Jolene.
Listen.
Okay.
Read it in English.
Dear Charles, this might come as a surprise, but hopefully you'd choose to rather read my letter, obviously. This is a real moment, okay? This year started with lots of challenges, but as always, you never were there. You always, sorry, now I'm a bit nervous, but as always, you were there to listen to my complaints. Might have been with a grin on your face, but thank you so much. You always gave me an answer to think about, which helped me not to act without thinking. Well, let's be honest, sometimes I did. Sounds like Chanel. I would also like to thank you for the amazing opportunity which you gave me and my sisters to visit you in Dubai. I know it couldn't have been easy with four different personalities under one roof. But guess what? You handled it well. It was such a blessing, actually. So it wasn't even difficult at all. Thank you for always being the son you are. I'm so proud of you. Oh, thank you. I know you always find your way, no matter how difficult the situation. All I can say is never forget what you've been taught. That sounds like Chanel. Never forget that God is in control of your life. I'm sad that you will not be home for Christmas and New Year's, but we'll see you in March. Maybe that might change. Damn it, what a surprise! Page 2. I wish you all the best for 2026. Fly high and reach for your dreams. Love always. Your dearest mommy. Thank you so much. And a side note here from PS. Jolene is amazing. Your mom didn't say this part. I just put it in there. But I agree with that.
Exactly.
This is a good surprise. Thank you so much, Jolene.
You're
And
welcome.
Mom.
And mom, yes, of course.
Yes. Okay.
So I think, we only have a couple of minutes left. And Charles, I think, 2025 has been one of those years for both of us. Like I said, we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And, we've navigated our way through it. And, we really have become stronger people for it. And I think 2026 is going to be a really, really great year for us.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
time. It's
Energy,
going to
bring it
change
on.
now. Energy. We're going to do another trip, and who knows?
Yes.
Just going to stay away from the wine and the chairs that sit in the ocean because we've learned the hard way on that one. But I just want to say I wish you all the best for 2026, and I'm very grateful to have spent all the other years plus 2025 with you. So you've got this, you can do it. And I look forward to our podcast next year, 2026, where we can reflect and say, man, 2026 was the year of growth. It was the year of many, many wonderful things. And we have learned from all the challenges that we have overcome.
Thank you. And I'm almost a bit emotional after this. The letter and your kind words, but so true. And I think also you, Jolene, I think want to tell you you are loved. You'll always be loved. You're super special.
I am.
I think that you had a tough year this year, but you made it. You damn made it. And you made some tough choices to the benefit of you and your family. That takes strength, right? So next year, it will all come together. Like you say, faith. I knew when we had those phone calls where you asked me not to give you any advice, but to just listen, right? I knew exactly. You are in control.
Yeah.
You might not feel in control right now, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Day by day, week by week, you've been experiencing life to its fullest. You have enriched your life, right?
I have.
And that will culminate into where you should be next year.
Damn
So
straight.
we're here to support you. We're here to back you. If you want to cry, if you want to laugh, if you want to drink wine with your feet wet in the ocean, I'm
don't.
all for that.
I don't want to, because the next day we almost died. But it was wonderful. And every single body, well, not every single body, to everybody who's listening, we wish you all the very best. We're always here, a DM away. Follow us on Instagram, Mavericks and Mimosas, and we will help you wherever we can. So thank you for your time again. And Charles, fantastic podcast. Shall
It
we
was
go
great.
have a mimosa
Oh, 100%. And we wish you all a
to
great
celebrate everything that we have achieved in
Yes.
2025?
4 episodes, which I didn't even expect we would do this year. But also to anybody who listens to this podcast,
Yeah,
who can relate, right?
yeah.
If you feel lonely, or you have a question, or if you feel happy, reach out to us.
We're here.
We're happy to be your friend, or just to listen, or your ideas for next discussion. Honestly.
Yep. If you want to be on the show, look at me, the millennial. Call us.
Exactly.
Not like.
You'll have to wear black though, right?
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.